This is a demonstration of the new ability in Rev-Trac to automatically synchronize the organization structure with SAP user IDs, where those SAP user IDs have been associated with an authorization that contains the values for a new authorization object introduced in release 836. This change is associated with change ticket RVS 1954. So this demonstration will allow us to first review the new authorization object that can be assigned to a user ID or an SAP authorization. We'll see an existing linking linked user that has been set to org structure with a pre-existing role with this authorization, and then we'll demonstrate how a new entry in organization structure can be added and then removed by running a new utility that reads users with this new authorization value. Okay, so let's to drill down on this particular user we'll be using in this test. This user has been preset with this role that is linked to this authorization with the new authorization object values. So here we have the new authorization object highlighted here. We can see that the new authorization object has 3 columns. The first column is the ID of the organizational structure, and for this example is the tutorial organization, TUTORG, and then has one explicit team position combination set to it, ABAP and MEMB or member. So we can see that this role with this authorization with these values has already been set to this test user. Let's have a look at the organization structure. So here's the organization structure, the tutorial that we hand out to customers in our tutorial config. And then we can see the highlighted entry that this explicit team position has been entered for the test user ID. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to go back to the user in the test managed system, and we're going to set a new role to the test user that is contains a new authorization for a new team position combination for this particular organization structure. Okay, so let's have a look at the new team position values we've set to this user, and then we'll run the new utility to perform the sync and then confirm that entry has been added into the designated organizational structure. So we can see for the new authorization object, this authorization has set a new explicit team position of tester for team QA for the tutorial organization ID. Let's go back to the Rev-Trac master, and we're going to go to the new utility that performs the synchronization. So let's have a quick look at the selection parameters available in this new utility. So this utility can be run as a batch job nightly, or it can be run in forehand, as we will do for this demonstration. We can see here that when we read the authorization data from, we can actually set an explicit system client where we'll read SAP users to determine if there have the authorizations to sync them with a Rev-Trac organization structure, or the other option is user default. The user default refers to the Rev-Trac user master configuration, where a user can be configured with a system client for their preferred authorization checks. Now, for the purpose of this demo, we're going to use a variant where we're using the user default, and then we're going to effectively limit this demonstration to the test user we've created and we'll be using. Let's select execute. And the output or report is stating that for the particular organization structure, TUTROG, the tutorial organization ID, that the team of QA and position of tester for the test user we've just reviewed in the previous screen, and that one entry has been added. Let's go back to the organization structure and review the change to the entries. And we can see that this new entry has been created in a tutorial organization. QA tester for our test user here. Now what we're going to do now is demonstrate how not only we can add entries into the organizational structure, but we can remove them. Let's go back to the test user in the manage system. We're going to remove the role with that QA tester team position combination we've just added. Let's rerun the synchronization utility. You can see in the after action report that the synchronization utility has picked up this test user and determined that it no longer has an authorization for that particular team position for that tutorial organization ID and has removed the entry. To confirm that, let's go back to the organization structure. Scroll down. There are no QA tester entries. This is the end of the demonstration. Please contact Rev-Trac support for more details on how this organization synchronization can be configured in your system.